Oxford Discover. Student Book 5 by Kenna Burke. Published and copyrighted by Oxford University Press. Page 100. Read. Choco Choco Boom Boom.
The wheels on the train seemed to be talking to Akiko. They made a rhythmic, whirring noise. Choco boom boom, choco choco boom boom, choco boom boom. Brussels, capital Belgium, next stop, said the guard in a booming voice. Is this your stop? He asked. Yes, it is, replied Akiko excitedly. Chocolate City. Akiko loved chocolate, but what she wanted to taste most of all was Belgian chocolate. Everyone said that it was the best chocolate in the world. Akiko glanced quickly at her map and ran down a long street. The air was full of delicious smells, creamy, nutty smells. Akiko breathed deeply. Soon, she thought, she would find a store and she would buy a selection of Belgian chocolates. Akiko turned a corner. In front of her, there was a palace belonging to the King and Queen of Belgium. Looking up at the roof, Akiko spotted a black, yellow, and red flag, and beyond the palace, a big town square. Maybe I'll find my chocolate there, she thought. As Akiko skidded into the square, she couldn't believe her eyes. All around her, there were massive buildings decorated with statues, and flower sellers were selling red, yellow, and white flowers. Excuse me, Akiko said to a man selling French fries. Is there a chocolate store near here? Yes, there is, laughed the man. There's one right down that street. It makes the crunchiest chocolate in town. Akiko zoomed straight into the store. Her heart was pounding. Choco boom boom, choco choco boom boom. May I please have 5 of your best chocolates? Akiko asked the man behind the counter. Of course, he replied, selecting the chocolates. And this extra one, he said, handing her a perfectly round chocolate, is extremely special. It's called a praline. Akiko closed her eyes and bit the chocolate exactly in half. Everything went dark and she felt slightly dizzy. Her heart was racing again. Choco boom boom, choco choco boom boom. She opened her eyes and to her astonishment, she saw a strange kitchen with a large stove, a wooden table, and shiny pots and pans everywhere. Stirring chocolate in one of the pots was a man who looked just like the man in the store, but he was wearing strange old-fashioned clothes. Welcome, he said softly. I've been expecting you. Akiko approached the man, sniffing the delicious smells around her. Do you smell that? He whispered. It's a praline. My latest invention. People will love it. Akiko was confused. Pralines had been invented in 1912 by someone called Jan Newhouse. Unless that was it. The special praline she'd bitten in half had taken her back in time. And the man standing before her was the famous Jan Newhouse. Let's make some, said John. Together, Jan and Akiko mixed butter, sugar, chocolate, and almonds, and ladled it into small molds to set. Akiko was the happiest she'd been in her life. Not only had she tasted Belgian chocolates, but now she knew the recipe for pralines. Time to go now, said John as he poured out the last drop of chocolate. You know what to do, don't you? Yes, I do, said Akiko. And she swallowed the other half of the pralines she'd been given. Everything went dark again, and the dizziness Akiko had felt earlier returned. Choco boom boom, choco choco boom boom, went her heart, and suddenly, there she was, back in the store. The man behind the counter winked at her, and with a big smile he said, Never forget, Belgian chocolate is the very best in the world.